Okay. Before we begin, I was listening to other podcasts again, and I do feel we're not professional, so I'm gonna... Are you ready? Here we go. It's the Folk in Scotland podcast.
That sounds a bit like the song Telstar, played by a stroke victim.
I done it better.
You did.
I did it better.
Who was the guy that did Telstar? Meeks.
I can't remember.
I think it was a guy Meeks. He had I think he shot himself, didn't he?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think Telstar. Yeah, he kind of recorded all his stuff. Early 60s guy. He recorded all his stuff in his kind of toilet because it had good sound or something.
Oh.
I don't want to record any of the sounds in my toilet.
Absolutely not.
Gee whiz.
Oh, I was starting off on a real high there.
No, I do. I can feel that kind of that sound.
Episode 14, is it?
This is
14?
The last one was a baker's dozen.
Oh, yes, you're quite right. Episode 14. And I've wrote notes again.
14's when I lost my virginity.
Oh, my God.
Good.
And you said, Uncle.
Uncle.
This doesn't feel right.
Oh, dear.
Well, you held them down. Okay. Now, over the last few podcasts, it's been pointed out to me by some of our listeners, and yes, we have listeners. We've made Dundee come across as unusual, and I'm wanting to turn this around.
You want to? Is this a rebrand?
This is a retcon. Is it a retcon, something like that? Okay. And we're going to make Dundee attractive to all our listeners, so they'll want to come here.
Okay.
You
should get them, like a tourist board thing.
Yes, exactly.
I'm thinking mist.
Does mist work? Do people expect mist?
A lassie wearing a tartan skirt, we lovely long flowing auburn hair.
To be fair, when you walk into the area where I live, Lochee, there's a constant mist of weed smoke.
There's a mist. The main smell in Dundee is weed.
Is weed, yeah.
Next to the roads in particular.
It's just constant.
It's constant. It's funking out of there. There's just lums reeking of it.
It must be considered a pollution now. You need a catalytic converter for your house.
So you do. You do.
Okay, so I'm wanting to be positive about Dundee for once, because I know I can be a bit down on it, and I don't want
Let's be honest, you're down on everything.
I am. So I want to talk about things that I love about Dundee.
Okay.
And one of the main things that I love is, down at the sort of municipal tip on Riverside,
where the Healing Coos are.
That's the one.
Oh, I love those.
Do you remember
coos.
The guy used to... Oh, this is maybe before you got here. The guy used to live there. He was a hermit, lived there for years and years.
By guy that used to live there, you mean your entire family?
Listen, hold on.
Like the Doozers.
Like the Stig of the
Marjorie the trash heap.
There was a guy that lived there in the rubbish.
Oh, beautiful.
Years and years he lived there. And we used to go down on our bikes, and sometimes he was a really nice guy, and he'd speak to you, and there was no hassle. He wasn't like a pervert. He just gave up on life.
He just gave up.
But he put himself in front of a train.
Oh, did he?
Thud.
No,
it was it. But the point is, if you go down there, it's a lovely tip, and you can walk around it now.
There's a cabbagey smell.
There is. But there's a cycle path through it.
There is.
And there's Highland cows. It's all very lovely.
There's a disabled toilet.
Is there?
Yes, there is.
Oh, I love a disabled toilet.
So do I. Roomy.
Lots of room.
Roomy.
You can spread your legs akimbo.
Oh, I like to hold on to the little...
Oh, I love it. Yeah. Have you ever been in one that has levers to help you get up, and it pushes you back up?
Oh,
so I was in London in a McDonald's, and they had it. Actually, it was a toilet that had a black light in it.
Okay, that's so you can't inject.
It was a black light.
Okay.
And it was very weird. But that was the only light in the room. It was just a black light.
Is that so you can't inject?
I don't know.
Yeah, they have those in Inverness train station. It's so if you're looking at the veins, the black light, you can't see your veins.
Oh, I didn't know that. I just thought it was like a disco.
No, they're not creating a disco. Like a nice... This has got a nice beat.
I didn't know that. That was... See, that I've been going there for years and went, this is really a...
I'm loving this.
This is... Oh, the big city.
Did you bring your whistle and your glow stick? Remember the guy out
The glow fingerless gloves.
Remember the guy out the Hitman and Her?
Oh
The
god.
black guy with the wig.
Wiggy.
Wiggy, yeah.
I'd have to sit through that shit so I could get to prisoner cell blockage.
He used to give me roses. I wish he would again.
Wasn't it great? I loved Lizzie because she looked like a raisin.
She looked like my auntie.
She was in Mad Max.
Was she?
And in the first one she was in Mad
What
Max.
a face. I was more a B. Arthur fan.
Oh, she looks like a bulldog tuna wasp.
Remember they had those big ironing machines?
Oh, and
she
you know
put
what?
the lass's hand under it.
That's right. That's when I first wanted an ironing machine.
Everybody watched that show.
I thought it was great. You had to sit. There was nothing else on at that time of night, so you had to sit through that to get through to Tour of Duty, the wrestling, or do you remember the Australian East of Eden?
Yes.
That was wonderful.
Oh,
It was at a time when Australia was trying to be glamorous, but there's nothing glamorous. They had one skyscraper in the whole, and it was like 6 floors.
The Flying Doctors.
The Flying Doctors I never got into.
Well, that was more.
That was lunchtime, wasn't it?
No, that was. Was that not on a Saturday evening?
No, I remember that being on lunchtime
before Blind Date.
That was. I
The
don't remember that. That was the Sullivans.
No, I loved the Sullivans.
Oh, I didn't like that.
That was wartime.
Oh, that was terrible.
And even in wartime, Australia, they seemed to have better food than we did in Scotland in 1980. They did. They
weren't invaded much, so I think it was.
They got bombed. Did they ever get bombed?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Dundee got bombed.
Yeah, there's one tenement they flattened. I think it was accidentally.
No, I think it was one of my relatives was in the cinema that got the power station beside it got hit. And it rocked the cinema. And it was, my mum said, whoever it was in it, a auntie or something, and she went, oh, it was awfully loud. And they're trying to watch and Errol Flynn.
Errol Flynn. He's a South African. Errol
Is he?
Flynn, I believe so.
I didn't realise that.
Oh, is he Australian or South African? Terrible guy. Unfit for war, he had an enlarged heart.
Enlarged?
So he could throw himself about like a right swashbuckler, but he was
couldn't go to
he was just a human wreck.
Oh, God.
Errol Flynn.
That's amazing.
In like Flynn.
See, the everyone goes on about the golden age of Hollywood. I thought it was shit. I thought it was terrible.
I like David Niven. We've discussed David Niven. He's a suave son of a bitch.
Yes, he's incredible.
Yeah, they lived in a. He shared. I think he shared like a villa with Errol Flynn, and it was called Cirrhosis by the Sea.
Oh,
but Errol Flynn had a prosthetic penis made.
What?
They'd slipped down his trousers when he was doing like films and various shoots.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
Yeah, big walloper.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
There's a lack of confidence and confidence at the same time there to pull that off. If you know what I mean.
Exactly. I don't think it was sewn on or anything.
Just a bit of boob tape.
You imagine the early kind of rubbers would have used.
Oh, yeah.
It's probably.
Now, didn't you just wash them out and put them on the line, dry them out?
I think you did, the old Johnnies.
Put them in front of the fire.
I think so. Oh. The Romans used to use like sheep's gut or something.
Yeah, I would just do without.
I would just, you had your sheep's gut condom, and you had your stick with the thing for the vinegar for washing your anus. The Romans, they say they're classical. They're not.
It's like, they're so intelligent. Toilet paper. That's the first thing I would invent. Not a phone, not an iPad.
Not even the wheel.
No, what do I need a wheel for if my finger's going through? Or I've got a shitty bum sponge from someone else.
But everyone had reeked of shite.
Oh God, it stank.
Oh, imagine London, medieval London. The smell of it.
It's like that now.
There's a warmth in London. On a hot day, London's no the best.
London. The last time I was in London, I used to go all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I would work there.
Mm-hmm.
But God, it's been years since I've been. I was there. No, the last time I was there, I think, it was after the royal wedding. So it's that long ago. I mean, I went from like 3 times a week to 0.
Mm-hmm.
And the day after, it's always really weird after there's been a big event in London, because the day after, it's like 28 days later, there's no one there.
Okay.
And it's like one of the busiest places in the world, and you can walk around streets, and there's not a single person, there's not a car. Yeah,
hello.
It's wonderful.
Yeah,
it's wonderful. If you go up the mall, is it?
Okay.
Towards Buckingham Palace?
Yeah.
Because that's the way you go back towards the bus station when I'm getting the bus home.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's after 8 at night, you're lucky if you pass a single person.
It is everyone.
It's so strange.
There's the oldest pub in London's called Gordon's Wine Bar.
Mm-hmm.
It's incredible. You go down, it's lit by candles, and all the sell is red wine, port, and cheese.
This sounds awful.
It's great. You're in this like
dungeon. Do you have any
crisps? There's no crisps.
Oh, I'm out.
But like you can imagine, it's a bit of a hot spot for pickpockets because everybody's just fumbling about in the dark.
Oh my!
People are all Donald Duck in it, and nobody knows.
Oh,
can't see anything. Can't see it.
When I go to London, I used to go there and I would work. Well, I would commute to London from Dundee on the bus.
I've done that once, and
I found that I would get money from my work to stay someplace, but I could just sleep on the bus. So I would go down on the bus.
That is incredibly greedy.
And I would say I got caught. I got caught after about 9 months, and then it all went on a card, and it had to have receipts and everything.
I bet you just had a shower just by dichting your nethers with a moist wipe.
That's exactly what I'd done. It was an Apple moist wipe.
Just giving it just a rummage.
I'd have my toothbrush and I'd go to Victoria. I'd come out the bus station, cross to the train station, brush my teeth, get all ready, and then go out for the day and do all my work. I think it was about 10:30 at night. Get on the bus again, sleep all the way up, come home. Couple of days off and back again.
I wouldn't feel refreshed after that.
You know what? You get so used to it now. When I go on a bus, the last time I was on a bus any distance was I think last year. I went to Edinburgh for something, and I didn't even get out of Dundee, and I was fast asleep. I can just switch off in a bus and sleep the whole way.
No, I can't.
As soon as I'm on a bus,
I can sleep in a train, not a bus. I've been on very long bus journeys, but I've taken a few cans of beer with me, and you've needed a pee.
Oh.
And you have to try and pee into the cans of beer.
No, you go to the toilet.
No, but the toilet's been full. And I'm like bursting. Kenny's always, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's very difficult to pee into the top of a can of lager because it's quite sharp.
Oh, don't do that.
It's quite sharp.
Oh my God. But see, it's different now.
But you put a coat all over yourself so nobody sees what you're up to.
Oh, Jesus.
You can see everyone's nostrils going.
I recognise that.
What's this?
When I started doing that on the National Express, it's when they still had a tea lady.
Oh, but my mum and dad get the gold bus, and it's
I've
like
never been on it.
Coffin Dodger Express,
yes,
the Oxygen Thief Express. They play Vera Lynn on the loudspeaker.
Oh,
but there's a woman goes about and gives them tea and biscuits, and some Kia-Ora.
Oh, Kia-Ora. You know they've stopped the bus with the beds in it, and it was all little cubicles you got. I think that's stopped.
What?
I would have killed for that back in the 90s when I was doing that 3 times a week.
All those buses, those the ones that go to London, because there's 2 bus drivers. Because they sleep. There's a little bed for the bus driver next to the luggage. Imagine
when I used to travel around Europe, it was always by bus because it was the cheapest way. Now a flight can cost you nothing.
No.
Back in the 90s, you could get to Barcelona for like 120 quid return. It was crazy, you know.
You get to know people in those journeys.
Sometimes you would meet people.
Oh no!
I remember sitting with a couple of girls from Liverpool in where were we? I think it was Lyon, someplace like that. And we stopped there for an hour and a half and went out and sitting like 2 a.m. The heat was unbelievable, and we're at a cafe just blethering. That was one of my best memories. Just talking.
What happened to those women? Did they know how close they came? They may be sitting somewhere just now having a discussion.
Myself.
Do you remember that lad we met that time?
Couldn't get rid of him, a weirdo.
A weirdo. Yeah. Kept scratching himself. Scabies.
I was it Lyon again? I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
Was it Lyon? I can't remember. But I was working there, and I got this really a B&B. It was like when you went in it, everything was from the war.
Mm.
And when in my room, it had this old fridge, but it was one of these really heavy steel fridges, you know, and it was all like enamel coated.
Right.
And it had like a Bakelite design around
it. I love
it.
A bit of Bakelite.
You had to see it to believe it. And when you opened it, you had to go, it opened the door, and there was a bottle of milk in it. It was amazing. But a full-size fridge right beside my bed. So this night I was there, the heat down there, I couldn't believe it. I'm not good with the heat.
No.
And I'm lying there, I'm soaking. So I thought, right, I'll open the fridge and get some cool out. So the cool hit me, right? But then it started going ding, 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 and making noises, and all this. So I thought, right, I'll close it. But I was too lazy. So I got my toe into the sort of, I don't know, there was a little rack, like a toast rack or something. I don't know what it was for, in it. Got my toe in it and swung it, but the weight got out of control and I snapped my toe. The pain was unbelievable.
Because your feet are like an orangutan's feet. They're like prehensile.
Yeah.
You can scuttle up a wall.
They're terrible to
You can open a jar of pickles with it.
Yeah. So I was, and I didn't want it, like 1 a.m, right, and I'm hopping about going, and the pain, I've never felt anything like it.
No.
So I go out to the toilet, right, and
French
the
toilets.
woman that ran the place, she's like, you okay? I think she was German. And she's, you okay? I went, I think I broke my toe. No problem, not a hassle. Got me in the car, away to hospital, right? They x-rayed it. Yeah, it's in 2 places it broke it. How did you do it? I jumped out of bed and slipped on one of your rugs.
One of your plush French rugs.
It was like a tile thing with... honestly, when you go out of bed, it was these beige tiles. But with a toilet rug, one of the long... Yeah, it was a toilet rug, right? So, and I blamed her toilet rug. She went, I'm going to take that out of there, no problem. I didn't say, I was trying to close your fridge door with my toe.
The toilet rugs that were around the base of toilets. My granny had one. They're just... Whose idea was that?
I think you need someone to mop it up.
But they stank. You just couldn't help yourself.
Wash it 6 times a day.
Or like the fluffy toilet seat covers. Did you see there's a toilet being invented? I think it's in Amazon warehouses and it's on a slant.
I've seen that. I find something abusive about that. I find something...
It's like... I find all that...
Evil bosses.
Yeah. That kind of it's like offensive in the term it attacks your architecture. The stuff to stop homeless people.
Yes,
there's something deeply unpleasant about that.
Yeah,
the stuff that stops skateboarders.
Yes,
I can understand that because
skateboarding's wonderful.
No, those bloody
Listen, I'll
people.
fight you over it. It's wonderful.
People. Can you just walk? A piece of wood with wheels on it, you smarty bastard. Yeah, but that's the lesser stuff, just little wedges and stuff. But spikes.
I don't like that.
I find anti-pigeon stuff quite offensive. Just give the pigeons a wee break. Those wires.
Yep, I don't like it.
Who sits here thinking about that stuff?
See, that's you beat me
to it. That's the thing.
Who's the person going, how can we stop someone who has nowhere to live and they need to stay dry and warm for the night?
Here's a cosy wee corner. I bet you that might save somebody's life. Let's put a stop to that.
That's it. I find it really...
Bollards in general.
But there's the opposite. You'll see in Turkey, for example.
Yeah.
Restaurants will open for the night and they take out all these dog beds and blankets and all the homeless dogs come in and all lie down. And,
that's lovely.
And people do lovely, and especially in Turkey, cats, they look after cats.
Yeah.
And there's goodness as well.
Well, I did hear in Spain, there's a lot of cats going out, feral cats. But seemingly, I'm led to believe, in the tourist season, they like them because they keep down vermin.
Right.
But when the tourists all leave, they just go around with a hammer and kill them all.
Oh, jeez.
Because they're a bit of a nuisance.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, people have a very... And I'm not saying we're nicer to animals here, but we have this perception we're a country of animal lovers. But the reality is people are often really unpleasant to animals.
Of course they are.
But you don't quite understand that abroad, they've not got that... They're more forthright when it comes to these things. I mean, I wouldn't say they're necessarily more cruel. They're just kind of more practical about things. You know what I mean?
What,
is it
hitting a head with a hammer is not more practical?
My granddad. I don't know if I've told this story.
I worry about family stories with you.
No, this is a good one. He'd prize roses, and his garden was award winning.
Right.
And the roses were spectacular. They were all different kinds, all different colours and hues, beautiful. His grass, he used to go out with a pair of scissors and keep it all beautifully trimmed.
Okay.
The edges, they were just immaculate. He'd use a ruler, fantastic.
Okay.
The neighbour's cat started coming in, digging and shitting in his garden. And he would bang a saucepan and he would chase after it and nothing. It would come back and it was shit in his garden. It was killing his roses. He's like, what am I going to do? So he gets a piece of tarpaulin and he lies in his lawn and he puts a tarpaulin over himself and he lies there and he lies there and he lies there. Hours and hours pass and he's peeking out the bottom. There's a wee bit at the bottom of the and he sees the neighbour's cat coming in. You know what a cat's like, slinks in, looks about, doesn't see anything, digs a wee hole, cocks itself ready to do a nice shite. My granddad bursts out of the tarpaulin, runs across, grabs the cat. He's got it by the tail, holding it up, and snarling and going all over the place. Reaches into his boiler, he's got a boiler suit on, reaches into the boiler suit, pulls out a little jar of English mustard, sticks his finger in the mustard, and sticks his finger right up the cat's anus.
This
is true, lets the cat go, right? The cat's arsehole's on fire. It's running about. Stops. Tries to lick the mustard off its arsehole. Its mouth's on fire. Starts running in a circle. Exhausts itself. Lying there panting. My granddad walks back in the house. The cat never shat in his garden ever again. It used to shit in its garden and the neighbours across from him garden, but it just used to walk around the wall.
That's a bit
and
excessive.
Look at him. No, but it's non-lethal.
It's non-lethal.
Non-lethal. That cat learnt a lesson.
See,
you can't sit down and debate with a cat.
You can't, but here's the thing. You've used
Is
the
that
term
called abuse?
I would say so. You've used the term there. It's non-lethal. And when I was in America, there was lots of things
non-lethal
that I had less
lethal,
than lethal.
Oh.
Right?
Like a plastic bullet.
Right. So if I stab you in the hand, it's less than lethal.
It is.
It's not pleasant.
But you could bleed to death.
You could, but it's less than likely than me stabbing you directly in the brain.
Yeah.
Less than lethal.
It's a sliding scale.
It's a very wide scale.
Well, rubber bullets. Remember they used to fire them in the 80s?
They're going to smart.
That'll kill you if I hit you in the head.
Yeah.
A rubber bullet, crazy. There's all these inventions. I remember there was going to be a foam they could just spray on people and it would like incapacitate you.
Yeah.
And I'm led to believe they've got a sonic weapon that makes you shit yourself.
Oh no. But then again, when I go to gigs, you know how they say there's no such thing as the brown note? I think I might be the only one that suffers from it.
Have you shit yourself?
No, I've not shit myself.
I shot myself at a Kylie Minogue concert.
Anyway, after listening to the very loud gig, when I go home, massive diarrhea every time.
Diarrhea?
Yeah.
I went to a Cypress Hill concert because my two favourites are Cypress Hill and Kylie Minogue. Very similar artists.
Of course, yeah.
But the bass was, really, your belly felt like a coffee percolator.
Yes.
Yeah, so it loosened stuff up.
That's what happened.
I can understand. Yeah.
They say it doesn't exist, but I have diarrhea every time.
There's another one of offensive stuff is the mosquito they used to keep teenagers away from.
Oh,
areas.
I hate that.
That's unpleasant.
I think
as well.
there's something.
But the
very wrong.
The Daily Mail always says this is great for humanity. They've decided that what they do now is they just play classical music.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But here's the problem with that: you're identifying a group, and then you're bunching everyone together.
Yeah. It's really strange.
I don't like that. I think there's something, because here's the thing: kids get blamed for everything. But I find the most unpleasant group of people are our age.
Oh yeah, we're the failures.
Yes, 100%.
So we look down at, we hate the children because they've got youth, they've got a long life ahead,
that's it.
And we hate the people above us because they've got money.
Oh,
so we're like this horrible bitter. We're a horrible Shipham's paste of bitterness in the sandwich.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
And if there's anything wrong with the young people, it's our terrible generation has done it.
I think so. I mean, I've never, when you see kids nowadays. Now I've just said that makes me officially old.
Everyone's a kid. A police officer's a kid. I like young people are nice.
They're polite. I don't get any hassle.
No.
You talk to arseholes our age.
Oh my God.
Entitled. I can't stand it. That's why I hang around with children.
To hang about with them. But I think it's like if you I don't have children, but if you looked at your thank the God Almighty. It's my greatest gift to the world. But if you looked at your parents and your parents had full body tattoos, they like smoked a power of dope, they took various ecstasy drugs, they were just degenerate, you'd end up becoming quite socially conservative.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
You react against this deadbeat parent by joining the Tory party or something.
You know what? I think that's happening.
I think it is.
I think the generation, what's after millennial?
I've no idea.
Z?
No, before or after? Are we not Gen X?
We're X.
We're Gen X.
So millennials are 1980.
Yeah. Like Kurt Cobain's Gen X.
Yeah.
So
we're Gen X.
Yeah, we're Gen X, yeah.
But, so it's...
Is there someone come after millennials?
Yes.
What are they called?
Why? But I don't know what they're called. I don't know what the name is.
The last generation.
They're being very conservative, and that's exactly why. Because we're all going around with tattoos.
Yeah.
And, you know...
I've noticed all
I'm not blaming tattoos, I'm covered.
Oh, yeah. I've noticed all cookery programs, chefs all have sleeves.
Yes.
All chefs.
Barbers
too.
Got to have them. Part of the uniform.
I suppose if you're a chef or a barber, you're looking at your arms quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you want a bit of colour there to keep you
But not all tattoos are equal.
No.
Because it's like when someone doesn't understand a tattoo and they look at me, they see I have a tattoo for a reason. But it's not. It's all very personal and it's all very different. Mm-hmm. And some people have it as a uniform. Some are part. I mean, none of my friends, not one of them, had a tattoo. Mm-hmm. I'm the only one.
Well, I have a screaming eagle tattooed in my my Jerry helmet.
Oh, see, it devolves.
Oh, it was wonderful.
It devolves.
That was an experience.
Oh,
I had that done in Hiroshima.
Oh,
piece of bamboo.
My
natural
partner,
dyes.
She has lots of tattoos, a lot more than me.
Oh, yeah.
And when she gets finished, both her arms will be completely done.
Okay.
Her back completely.
Mm-hmm.
Her feet are going to be completely.
I think feet would be sore.
It'll be very sore.
Does anybody get tattoos in the sole of their feet?
Oh, I'm sure. I've seen someone getting their hands done, and I saw them cry. The palm.
Oh,
I saw them cry. They held
palm.
It in. Yeah.
Gee whiz. What would you? I don't think it would. I think it'd be a bit mushy on the palm.
Yeah, it's very hard to do.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do.
There's quite a lot of tattoo artists in Dundee.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's very cultural here, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Tattoos. But I've said before, I don't have any fat on my arms. No. So when I get a tattoo, if a tattoo presses too hard, they go too deep, the ink can spread. Mm-hmm. Well, that does it on mine anyway because there's nothing. It's
like
just
tattoo your spleen.
Yeah. And it collects in your lymph nodes.
Come out the other side.
You know, people get completely blacked out.
Right.
Their lymph nodes are full of ink, and they're saying this could be a real problem for the future. Not good.
Oh,
but yeah,
node.
My
that's a funny word.
Arms,
a lymph node.
Lymph node. Nodes. Have you ever had a swollen node in your groin?
I've never had a swollen groin node.
I got an infection.
Do you think a node?
It's not good.
The animals have nodes. Have we eaten a node? Haggis is pretty much node.
That's a single node.
Just a giant node, like a goiter.
Oh, Jesus!
A goiter or a node.
I had an American girlfriend.
And
when she came here, we'd done the usual haggis. We'll go searching for a haggis today.
Oh,
to this day, I'm sure she doesn't know that it was bullshit. Everyone we spoke to, and we were up Glendall, and I would say, I'm here with my friend, and she'd speak, and everyone here, we're away looking to see if we can find any haggis on the hill. The people were going, I just saw one up there.
Oh my God.
Every single person we met, you didn't even tell them what was going on. They didn't smile. They didn't. And this old guy we met, he went, you're not going to get them with the weather like today. Maybe tomorrow. I saw one last week. It was a big bastard. And he went on to this story, and I'm killing myself. And this girl, she's listening. She's taking pictures with him. She's writing notes in a little notebook about her trip. It was amazing. And nobody, not one person, went, "Oh, you're full of shit." They all just went with it.
Oh, Scottish people are
went looking for
those silly foreigners coming into here. That's great intellect. Hey, that's smart, Alex.
That's essentially what it was. We felt we're so good. You know what it was? There was a great belief. She got here. She worked on an airline, so she would fly all over.
A trolley dolly,
essentially.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how I met her and everything. But she came here with the knowledge of Scotland from Braveheart or from those stupid, is it Outlander books? Oh, now that was her knowledge. Now these Outlander books,
I'm led to believe they're quite erotic, quite romantic.
The hero is called Jamie McTavish.
You're kidding me.
What a romantic name, McTavish. So,
do you want to look at my McTavish, love?
And he had glorious red hair flowing, and it's like, have you ever seen anyone Scottish with long ginger hair? No. You're just transparent. You look like, you know, when you go up to a toy shop and you've got to buy a toy for a kid, and you go into the educational part and you'll find a transparent body where you can see all the organs. That's what a Scottish person looks like. Yeah. So the person that wrote this, they clearly got on a coach trip, a tourist trip of Scotland, because the story is based from basically Glasgow all the way up to the Culloden and places like that. But it's only on the tourist trail.
The ghosts of Culloden.
Don't sing.
No.
So...
You've been to Culloden Moor.
It
stirs the blood.
No, it's just there's nothing there.
What?
It's rubbish.
Stirs the blood.
It's rubbish. Actually, this gets me onto my next part.
It stirs the blood.
I'm going to bring this back. It
stirs the blood.
Listen.
Have you not run across the heather?
It's a dump.
Your heart pounding.
It's rubbish.
Oh, you're dead inside.
It's a terrible place.
Culloden.
Okay, I'm going to bring it back to our tourism.
Okay.
Because we've lost it again. We're making Scotland sound a bit odd, so we've got to bring it back.
No, Culloden's a wonderful place.
There's nothing
Loch
there.
Ness Monster.
Oh, God. Look, Loch Ness.
I've been on a glass-bottom boat looking for that thing, so watch what you say.
On the inside?
Yeah. Glass-bottom boat. Never saw. I saw a flipper.
Okay. On the South Road
I think it's eels.
Dundee.
I think it's eels. But never mind. Okay. South Road Dundee.
South Road Dundee. I'm bringing it back.
Okay.
Got to pull you in here. You need reins.
Yeah, you do. Okay.
Now there's standing stones along by the lunch centre, and there's a little circle of standing stones. Now they've been there for thousands of years. We used to play on them. We used to graffiti them as kids.
Okay.
And then about 4 or 5 years ago, someone had spotted them from the council or something and went, "Oh, I didn't know they were there. We need to protect them." So after thousands of years, they've put up a fence around them.
Is that not across from the big salt mountain? Behind the Lidl's and Aldi's and that?
No.
Is there a different one?
There's a different, all the way, right along the other end of the
I love a
centre.
standing stone.
So check this. Whatever council workers they got in, they assumed they'd fallen down. So they dug them up and repositioned them. But wait, repaired them. Because some of them had little breaks in that, so they've covered them in sort of cement and redone them.
You're kidding me.
Put a fence around it and went, this has been here for thousands of years. Technically the stones have been in the area, but they've repositioned it. When I was playing on them as a kid, they'd never moved in probably 3,000 years.
Lordy.
And they have moved them.
Tony Robinson would be appalled.
It's hilarious.
Sir Baldrick.
Listen, the amount of stone circles around here, you can't throw a fucking stick without
Remember
hitting
Phil?
one.
Phil from Time Team, his greasy hat.
Is this now? Here's the thing with Time Team.
Oh, if you say you don't like Time Team,
Listen,
I'm getting up right now.
I'm telling you something. Not only do I not like it,
my bum's hovering
I
off the seat.
hate it, and I'm going to tell you why.
What do you hate about it?
Once I was watching it, and it was a West Country guy, white hair. He looks like a wizard.
He's dead. So watch what you say. He had a nice jersey.
Phil.
No, it's not Phil. That's Mick.
Tragedy.
Mick.
I don't know.
Mick.
I don't know, and
Professor,
I don't care.
Professor Mick.
Professor. Now this adds
Professor
to it, right?
Mick.
I didn't know this. This adds to it.
Uh-huh.
So he picks up this bit of red stone, and he goes, "This is what they used to make these courtyards out of." And you could just imagine Dick Turpin tearing through these archways, escaping from the law, and he come out with this massive story, and he was going on about what the shape of it and stuff like that. Then this local builder was there, and he went, "No, they didn't. These are after the 70s. This is brick we used to dump here." And I thought, that fucker just lied, and then his imagination ran riot. Now, if I can't believe him over that, and he didn't recognise it a brick from the 70s, how are you meant to believe anything?
I think he may have killed himself after that mistake.
I think he should have.
Gutted himself. Yeah, like a flint.
Or as my mum once said, killed himself with Hare Krishna.
he napped some flint and cut his own head off. A flint napper. No, I like Time Team because it used to be on at that time of day when the hangover was lifting.
Oh, but here's another thing I hated about it. If I heard this word or these two words one more time, geofizz.
Oh, those guys,
geofizz. They never found anything.
They were the tech guys,
and then
they would come in with their little wheelie thing on the
and
wheels.
They'd go, look, there's a castle, there's the road, and and they dig it up, and there's fuck all there.
There's never anything there. There was at best a kind of blob, a black blob, and it's imagination.
Every time it was like, it looks like a round table. I think we've found King Arthur's.
In 20 years of Time Team, I think they found a bead. Maybe a pot.
Can't stand it. Can't stand it.
No. Well, it's over now. It's over now.
Did I ever tell you I know a real Tomb Raider?
Oh my God!
Right, but he's not like Lara Croft.
I can imagine he wouldn't be.
No, he's middle-aged. He was known for looking like Saddam Hussein, but he would always go out to these areas. He knew the areas. Now there's a lot of places around here that are like mounds. If you go up past Camperdown, there's a little hill.
Okay.
Right. Now that's an old Gallow Hill. You go up there, metal detector, you always find something.
Detectorists.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But he would find out where all the digs were going on, and out in the middle of the night, night vision on.
Sneaky bastard.
Got it all.
That's a poor show.
Got it all.
I was up in Orkney, and there's a potter guy there.
Yeah.
And there was a spell in the 80s when London house prices, you could sell a toilet in London, and you could buy up an estate outside my hometown.
Yes.
But this is a genuine Orcadian guy as a potter, and what he does is, I've got one house somewhere, he makes little ceramic Daleks,
right,
and then he goes around to where they've got an archaeological dig at night,
right,
and he throws some in.
Oh,
so these people these folk are rummaging. How they take their time.
Amazing.
Isn't it good?
Yeah, I like that.
A Dalek.
Oh my god. No, what we should do? We should fashion some sort of space device, like an alien artifact, and they'd go, "What the fuck is this?"
But the thing was, they'd conceal it because they wouldn't want people knowing the truth. They'd cover that up. Some guy for the ministry would appear and take it away like a lead-lined box.
In the 90s, I carried out 2, what they're called now as pranks. Right. But me and my friends spent months building a UFO.
Oh, for the love of Christ.
And down in Broughty Ferry, there's a little park, and it had lights in it and sounds and everything.
Right.
So we built this UFO in sections. We took it down, put it together, set off fireworks, right? People were coming out, and they see this thing glowing, and there's lights on it, and whoa, 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 whoa. We spent a fortune. I think I spent personally about £200 on it.
Lordy.
We put this in the thing, right? And we thought, people are going to laugh, and we had our old video cameras, shoulder ones, filming it. This is going to be great fun. No, people panicked. They genuinely panicked. The next thing you know, the police are in, and when the police came down, the best part is they looked at it and went, "Fuck that, we're not going near it." Right? Next thing, there's tape. But we're sitting on the top of the hill filming it, and they're taping off the area, keeping people out, right?
You're right.
So in comes this policeman. So they must have got their inspector down. So the guy comes in with a flat cap on, sort of thing, and he walks up to it, looked at it, and because we made a good job, it looked real, silver UFO.
That's universal. That's space, isn't it? Silver.
He kicked it, right, and he broke a bit of it. And then he just shook his head and walked away. And he's telling them, "Get this tape down, get this." And we were crying, laughing. The second one, you couldn't do this now. The times have changed. But down in Dundee, not far from it, there's a place called Barrybudden. And it's...
I think a gun range place.
It's a gun range.
Yeah.
It's a military training place.
Yeah.
And right beside it is Carnoustie Golf Course. Very famous, world famous golf course.
Oh, it's a wonderful place. Never played golf in my life, but I'm aware of it.
Golf. Anyway, that's another story. So, you know what's good about Budden? You can get good waves off the edge of it. But when they're using live fire, they don't like you there surfing.
No. They'll probably shoot at you.
Because that's what you used to say.
One less surfer. Let's go like,
what are you doing there? Collecting shells, 35mm, ha ha ha. We're dead
the
funny.
Brass shells.
Oh, yeah.
Nice stuff.
Oh, they would go mental if you're out there surfing. But anyway, we fashioned a rocket.
Right.
That it looked like it would stick into the ground.
Oh, that's good.
So had the fins on it again. Spent a fortune. It looked great. Got what's the week? A wee smoke bomb.
Right.
Put it in the tail of it, and it looked like it was all burnt and everything. It was all painted. It was beautiful. We got the most expensive car we could there. Ran in, leant it against the back, dug a furrow at the bottom, put it in quickly, lit it. Right. And it had all the, MOD stuff on it and all this stuff. And when it came back, holy shit, bomb squad.
Oh my god, they would have you taken away somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh,
we were again in the woods across filming it, and then everyone just ran away. Bomb squad.
When I was at the art school, I fashioned like a human head.
Oh.
And I was thinking about putting it in a plastic bag and like leaving it on Broughty Ferry Beach. But around about that time, some kids were out walking and they found a suitcase, and when they opened up, there's a body in it.
God.
So I thought
that's
maybe better not
Dundee
do that
thing, isn't it?
A suitcase,
body in a suitcase.
A body in a suitcase.
It's never in anything else.
It's always
a
suitcase. It's always a suitcase.
Terrible.
A suitcase. But I remember I fashioned a particularly realistic looking shite, a big jobby out of paper mache. And there was a the art school toilets, and where the urinals, big ceramic urinals, and I draped it over the top, like somebody climbed up and did a shit on top of it. And I went back with my coffee in my room, and I was waiting, and I heard the cleaning ladies coming in, and I heard them all shouting and screaming and bawling. But it was so realistic. A blue bottle had landed on it.
Oh, amazing! I think that's your qualification.
That's a highlight.
Listen, we're talking about bodies and shites, so we need to pull it back again to tourism.
Back.
The final thing, if anyone comes to Dundee, the first thing I show them, there's a place.
I know the first thing you
just calm
me.
down. The first thing I show them, there's a museum in the town. Is it McManus?
It's called the McManus.
The McManus Museum. It's a lovely big
Gothic.
building.
It's wonderful.
Absolutely
what
beautiful.
Place.
You probably know where it is.
Yeah, I've got a fair idea.
Now, there's a statue of Burns there.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, if you face the big staircase at the front of it, you know,
where people get married there. It's
and
they get the beautiful.
And to your left, there's Burns.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you walk around slowly, keeping your eye on Burns, you get to an angle, and he's holding a scroll, and it's known as the biggest dick in Dundee. Because it looks like he's holding his dick. And everyone comes and takes pictures of this when I bring them to Dundee. And I think if you come to Dundee and you want to see the biggest dick in Dundee, it's Robert Burns' statue holding his cock.
Well, the thing about that the thing about that statue as well, seagulls often sit on it.
Yes.
So he looks like he's been taking part in some kind of bukkake. But there's a picture I'm led to believe. I've tried to find this, but I was told this by a journalist, because there's a DC top. Oor Willie's produced right next to it, and there was a heavy snow, and there used to be public toilets in Dundee. And some wag for DC Thompson's had fashioned a big pair of shoes. So they'd done it. They'd went across. So they'd taken a picture of the foot marks in the snow from the statue to the toilet and back again. Right. It looked like Burns had hopped down.
You'd have to with that
massive dick.
It's huge.
I think Robbie Burns had a massive cock.
He has to.
He must have had.
Have you actually experienced this?
What, Robbie Burns' cock?
Yes, when you go down and look at it.
I have seen that.
Yes, it's quite amazing, isn't it? I'm so proud of it.
But the sad thing about Robbie Burns, he was a romantic hero. And you see the shortbread tins, and he's what a handsome man, big eyes, beautiful guy, beautiful, big rough-handed poet. They took his skull and they reconfigured his face. Not reconfigured, reproduced it. Because there's a place in Dundee, I don't know if our listeners know, they do all the facial reconstruction for bodies. World renowned. Put that on your tourist stuff.
There you go. Come in here and see the murdered and get rebuilt.
So they did his face in the plasticine and clay. He looks like Harold Steptoe.
Oh no!
Oh, I was killed by it. I was like, what? But then you thought, back when Burns was alive, everybody had scrofula. He had been 14. The most handsome man that's ever going. Nobody had eyes. Nobody had teeth.
Yeah, it's just the way of it.
Big marks and pustules in their faces.
Oh god, that's hot,
isn't it?
Yeah, so we're making it sound good.
So far we've said what?
We've said the hermit that killed himself in the municipal tip. We've got the standing stones which were
reconstructed.
Yes. A bit like Stonehenge. Because that was only put up in the 50s, wasn't it?
I think so.
Because I went to Stonehenge, and there's actually pictures up of them all. Oh, they're all lying underground and that. So they dug them up and put them up.
Yeah.
So it's and then people go, it's millimetre perfect to the. And they're like, and there's a load of guys with bonnets and ropes, and they're just putting it up anyway. So it's just nonsense.
And Robbie Burns' big cock.
And Robbie Burns' giant penis.
Giant penis.
It's a wonderful place, Dundee.
That's it. I think that you've covered.
I think we've covered everything we've got.
Will we discuss the food?
Oh, food.
No. The warm welcome? No. There's a nice graveyard.
Oh, there is a wonderful graveyard at the Howth.
I was sat there having a sandwich on a sunny day. It's a wonderful place. Because I think dead people are the best kind of people. They're nice. And I heard a little noise under my seat, and I thought, I wonder what that is. And I leant down and looked, and it was a seagull chick. And I thought, shit. And just then, the mother seagull shat on me.
Yes.
But it was like being punched in the back of the head.
Mm-hmm.
I was
like
covered in it.
Wound,
I was covered in it. It was like that Saturday morning goo. Remember they used to do all that?
Mm-hmm.
Put people in the goo tank.
When you go around the Howth, which is not far from this museum we're just
it's
talking
not far
about,
at all, no.
and just across from Illuminati headquarters, DC Thompson's. There's a lot of drunk people.
There's a lot of people fucking on those.
Yes,
the tabletop.
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on. But there's not really drunks in Dundee. There used to be drunks when I was growing up. Now it's all junkies. But the old drunks, the old quality drunks.
The old guys they were so kind of dirty, they almost like they're carved out of something.
That's it.
The grime was like into the pores.
Yes.
If you'd washed them, it wouldn't have made a hell of a lot of difference. Yeah,
that's where they are. There's a few of them left there,
yeah.
and they'll lie under the sort of the
they'll
table.
lie under there. They've got odd socks on.
Yeah.
They'll drink special brew.
Oh, it's always.
You don't drink but special brew. Special brew tastes like, I used to think, because we used to get it when we were kids, you'd get a couple cans. Used to think it tasted like fermented banana in tin foil.
Really? Fermented banana.
Fermented
that would kill
banana
me, honestly.
How does something taste like tin foil? It tasted like tin foil.
Oh, that's awful.
Kestrel Super Strength. That's another.
Kestrel. I remember
Kestrel
that.
Super
Yeah,
Strength.
I remember that as a kid.
Buckfast.
Oh dear, I think the first thing I ever drank like that when we were kids, I remember we were trying to get someone to go in the shop for us.
Somebody with a slight moustache.
Yes, and eventually this guy went in, come out, went, yeah, we've got booze. Went to the park. It was alcohol free. Now I can't remember, was it Viking or something
somebody
like that?
Somebody be playing a right trick on him.
I could have cried. I could have cried.
How embarrassing.
And we drank it anyway.
He just drank it anyway and
pretended we were drunk.
Got a bit funny with each other.
Yeah.
Explored.
No.
The biscuit game.
I said, no. Oh my God, we're not from the rural areas. We're normal here.
I'm from the rural area.
Yeah, exactly.
But there was a woods called the Den Wood when I was a kid, and you'd play about. But there'd be some funny people hanging about.
Yes,
in the woods, in the deep dark woods.
Mm-hmm.
And we found this particularly dark thicket, and it was like a silver birch.
Mm-hmm.
They grow quite fast, and it was like, so we're walking through that, and we came to this corrugated iron shed.
Oh no!
That had been painted black, like stealth mode, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And there's a door, and I open the door and look into the dark, but just this smell came out, and we're like, what are we going to do? So somebody had a lighter and we lit it, and we peered in. It was a wanking hut.
No, why do you always come across these?
A wanking hut. But it was all, I found loads of wanking huts.
I've never seen one.
Yeah, I've found many wanking huts.
Why do you need a hut?
But well, I don't know. But I think it was more than one person were wanking in it.
Oh no!
It was a communal wank hut.
Oh, I couldn't.
A communal. No, I couldn't do it. Imagine looking at each other's eyes. And
I can't. And
the earth was all
lying
damp
there straight as a board.
Straight as a board.
I can't do it. No, I can't.
There was magazines, and it was just
no. Never. There was always magazines and glue bags. That was in the 80s. It was glue bags and gas.
Yeah,
but there was no drugs.
It's a wanking hut.
And there was no wanking huts.
I think we actually found a wanking hut. There was a tree house, but it was up a big tree.
You have to go out, leave the comfort of your home.
No, but I don't know about you, but my mum and dad, if I'd thought about wanking, they would have come into the bedroom. Again, if I'd unzipped, they would have been in my bedroom, and just the thought they could sense if I was
just left alone.
No. We weren't allowed a lock on the door. My mother used to do
I had one, yeah.
My mother used to do spot checks.
No way.
And if I'd hide stuff, she would find it. And she read my diary.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
but I knew she read it, so I used to write.
Wait. I know you've got a story here, but I'm going to have to stop. Because I know your training bra might be a bit tight here, but you had a diary. Was it pink and have a little gold lock?
No, it was full of poetry about my angst.
I bet it was as well.
Angsty. I wish I had it. This is what I'll do. If I can find the diary,
please,
I
God.
am going to read a piece of my teenage poetry.
If there's a God, make this happen.
I think it was all about the nuclear war that was going to happen.
Oh, really? This is wonderful.
And the fact my pubes weren't coming in fast enough. Because to me, my pubes coming in quicker was more important than nuclear Armageddon.
Do you remember using your first tampon? Jesus.
I've always been a heavy bleeder. Sensitive nipples. I told you about the guy I was at school with that produced milk out his tits. He grew breasts at puberty and milk came out of them. Yeah, I'm going to find that diary.
I want this diary.
Oh, can you imagine?
See it.
I'm going to open myself up to the internet. I'm going to open myself right up.
Well, listen, I decided when I'm going to do a podcast, I'm going to be honest, and I think I've done well so far. I've been trying to grow.
You've been very honest.
My girlfriend's been furious at me.
I want you to take in your diary. Oh, I bet it's diaries, and you're so tidy. I bet it's all like immaculately kept.
Oh no!
Beautiful little numbers, numbered.
I remember being a kid, and at Christmas you'd get like a diary bought for you and stuff like that. Never used one, because I'm not a 13-year-old girl.
I bet in your diary when you do an I, it's got a big circle on top.
I love heart.
I bet you had a diary. You remember you used to get the rubbers and pencils that smelled like fruit?
Oh, lovely, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
I remember I had this big. Remember you used to get those big pink rubbers, the huge ones. They were called a jumbo.
Remember, you could eat them.
They were jumbo.
Oh, they tasted great.
But they tasted like rubber, but you would eat them. Well, I got myself a little knife and I whittled it.
Mm-hmm.
And when I was at school, in any spare moment I was whittling it, and it was like scrimshaw.
Yes,
I was so happy with it. It was a beautiful thing. It had faces on it, kind of dark crystal-y looking.
No, I had to be careful because I would eat everything. Did I tell you I used to have a newspaper eating problem?
It doesn't surprise me.
That's how I can't be left alone with a newspaper
would that
now.
wear down your teeth?
I don't know. I just used to.
You hear of people that eat their own hair.
You know the side of the newspaper that wasn't printed on? I'd tear that, and you could tear it all the way down.
You've mentioned
it. Yeah.
So
I can't be left alone with a newspaper. No, it was fine. I was fine.
Well, fine is a...
My poo had the consistency of concrete.
Okay.
But I just couldn't
stop.
Hard
to flush.
It was very hard. We had a poo spoon in the house just for me.
A poo spoon? Oh my lord.
It was a wooden spoon. You'd have to break this thing up.
Oh, you have
to.
But
I can't be left alone to this day with a newspaper. I wouldn't do it now.
But it tempts you.
But it's like being an alcoholic. The feelings come out again.
Well, my uncle used to smoke rollies.
Yeah.
But his rollies with the licorice papers.
Oh.
And he used to give me and my brother ones. Yeah. We'd like snack on it.
Oh my god.
You just eat anything. It's monstrous, isn't it?
I remember being in the now this is, you're a baby. I was like, but I do remember it.
A wee tot.
And there was these soaps beside the bath, but they looked like sweeties. And I remember eating them, going, "Oh, they taste like shit," but they're sweeties, so I'm going to keep eating them.
So,
and I ate. I think it was 5 bars, little mini bars of soap. I ate the whole lot.
I've got a vision of my mother having, but we were so poor.
Mm-hmm.
What you would do is you'd have your bar of soap.
Yeah.
But then kind of gets to the stage it's so small you can't really, it doesn't function properly as a bar of soap.
Yeah.
My mother would keep them all
and press them together.
Then she'd heat them up and squeeze them into a bar.
I still do that.
Do you still do that?
I still do that.
I don't like a bar of soap.
I've got a Franken bar of soap. I don't like it either because I feel it can be a bit.
It's a bit.
There's always a pube or something.
No,
on
but
it,
it's a bit much for yourself when you start putting the soap on yourself. You're tempted. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not tempted.
You lather yourself up a little bit.
I can wash without losing control of myself.
Losing control. When you've wrapped like belts around both arms so it feels like someone else is washing you.
Did you have a... Oh God, here we go. Did you have, right, we're talking about masturbating, but you have a bath.
I don't know what you're going to say.
You have a bath, and then afterwards you go, I can't get to sleep. I'm going to have a sleep wank. But then you go, I've just had a bath. I'm not doing it.
Oh no,
I want to stay clean for at least...
You should wank in the bath. I shave in the bath.
What?
I shave in the bath.
Oh, you animal!
That's animalist. I've got a special little mirror.
What?
That I take. That I can. It's on a gimbal. It's on a gimbal, so I can sit in the bath and it comes down.
Inspect yourself.
No, it's just for shaving. And I just shave in the bath.
That's
I like to lie in that bath for hours. Have a book I can read. Oh, it's marvellous. I've actually pissed in the bath.
No.
I've thought to myself, did I go out and have a pee?
If you're in the bath too long, this happens to me.
Oh, your toes wrinkle.
Do you start to inflate? You get terrible wind. You just start inflating. if I go beyond 34 minutes,
sucking stuff up.
If I go beyond 34 minutes, I get terrible pain, and I have to come out just like that.
It's like I remember watching Celebrity Enema. It was a Channel 4 show,
that, yeah.
and it was coffee. They were pumping up the guy's arse, and they filmed it.
Richard Blackwood.
He's like, oh my God.
He's trying to be cool, and I can take this. And then you see his eyes fill up, and you went, oh, that's really gone in there.
Coffee up your arse.
Oh.
Because a cup of coffee, if you just drink a cup of coffee, it gives you a good clear out.
Yes, it
doesn't
does.
It? But it up your arse.
Oh, my partner makes a cappuccino, but she does it with soy milk.
Oh, that's
right. But hold on.
I've tasted that
and
stuff.
You drink. It's okay with
coffee.
It's
not delicious. Don't say delicious.
It's delicious. Now,
oat milk's nice.
So I get calm yourself down. Soy milk.
Okay.
We're not rich here. Soy milk. You have that. Within 3 hours, you're like a Mr. Whippy, and you can't stop. You just keep going. It's so good. You know when you go to the toilet and you go, oh, I'm finished. Wait a minute, there's a whole load coming again, and you feel great.
Is it the soy?
It is, and you just crap for about an hour. It's amazing. Cleared out completely. You feel like a new man.
I don't know what would be the best.
And I am a man.
If you wanted to produce a great big shite, I don't know what would be soy for bulk. No, but for bulk.
For bulk? Oh no, this isn't bulk.
I don't know why soy would add bulk to the end result.
It's not bulk. This is just it's like a Mr. Whippy. It has that sort of consistency.
Aerated kind of quality.
Aerated.
Froth.
That's the word.
A froth.
Yeah.
Like a butterscotch Angel Delight.
Exactly. Almost the same colour.
I love. You have sometimes done a turd that's colour. I often put banana through my butterscotch Angel Delight and let it set.
Oh, I didn't realise I was talking to royalty.
I love butterscotch.
You know what I'd sometimes do? Banana sliced up on cornflakes.
But you like a green banana, so it's
very green. It's hard. It's like a biscuit. I got that from when I was living in Zimbabwe.
Oh, did they eat it
was like lots of bananas on everything. It was lovely.
Okay, that's it's interesting.
It was very good.
What's very fashionable in fine dining is an unripened strawberry.
No.
Yeah, they make salads with like white. You know when it's white.
Oh, I'd send that back.
No, you can't send it back because
I'd embarrass myself.
Everyone in the restaurant would stop what they were doing and look at you and then start pointing.
Oh,
it's Emperor's New Clothes.
Go to restaurants.
I noticed that froth used to be on the menu for a while, but they've given up froth, like a foam.
Foam? You buy foam?
No, you go in a restaurant and there's froth on your plate, like somebody's went. A goggle, we heard that expression. A goggle,
yeah.
A goggle, but it's not now. Now it smears.
What?
So they take a spoon of some
and smear it on your. So it looks like the bottom of a white toilet.
It looks like a skid mat.
It looks like a BMX track.
Yeah,
excellent.
So they're having us on.
That makes me angry.
What's wrong with a plate of mince and tatties?
It makes me angry.
There was a European market, and we're talking about Dundee. So Dundee tried to have a European market, and they'd have lovely foreign food, and the aromas were delicious.
Okay.
And I was waiting for a bus, and there was 6 old people, and they were like this. That smells disgusting. Oh. That foreign muck. And they were like this.
Idiots.
You know, the smell of it smells all spicy and horrible, and all those curries and all that spices and those fresh tomatoes. Disgusting. And the guy said, I'd rather have a plate of mince and tatties any time. And I leant over to him and says, the sooner you 6 bastards die, the better.
Oh, wonderful response.
I'm
proud of you. I'm proud of you. You know that market? There was a German sausage place.
Yeah.
Did you see the girl that would sell the stuff?
Was she attractive?
She's like a supermodel,
oh my
right?
God.
And I was sitting there one day, and I was just enamoured. I've never done this in my life.
Weird.
I joined the queue and bought a sausage. I will remind you, I'm a vegetarian.
Did you just throw it in the bin?
Put it in the bin.
You've been here 10 times today.
She is stunning.
They sold a black pudding.
I didn't speak to her. I looked at my shoes when I got there.
Glanced at her and slowly pretended to eat your sausage.
Yeah.
There was a guy who sold proper German schnapps.
Oh, right.
And he had a gold mine. I spoke to this guy. He had a German gold mine. The gold had all been removed.
Yeah.
But it became a tourist attraction. You could go down in the rickety old.
Wonderful.
Yeah. But the schnapps, kind of schnapps your granny used to have, the sweet schnapps. This was the proper schnapps.
Oh my word.
Marvellous stuff. Warming. The stuff called Plinka. It's a Hungarian schnapps.
Everyone look out
made
for
out
it.
Of pears.
Oh, amazing.
And when you drink it, it tastes like petrol. But 10 minutes later you burp and there's a lovely pear taste.
Oh Jesus. On that note,
wonderful.
Do you think you've made Dundee more attractive? I think
for one,
so if the Dundee Tourist Board's listening to us, we'll work for you.
I'm doing a staycation this year.
Oh my God.
I've decided. Wonderful.
I'm Derek Van Das.
Går on var.
Laters.
Ta-da.